Ahoy there, Legion. How are y'all doing today? Just gonna go ahead and butt in here. We've had quite a few requests about what we're doing with Zee Game, and while it's still early on, we figured we could loosen up a little bit for this channel update, seeing as we had a certain milestone. So if you were one of the people who left a comment wondering about it, well, you're gonna get plenty of information coming up in just a little bit. We'll let past me take over from here. PsyCo, I happen to notice it's September and you haven't updated us on August yet. Yeah, I know, Legion. Had a bit of stuff last week, or is it 2 weeks now? Recording timey-wimey wibbly wobbly is kind of fun, so sorry about that. Besides, there's going to be 5 Wednesdays this month anyways. Still technically 4 weeks from today you're going to get another update, so it's still good, it's all good. Let's see, oh yeah, subscribers, we got a few of those, thank you for that. Which is a massive understatement. Last video, we were very close to officially hitting 5K, and depending on what part of the site, because YouTube is coded really weird, if you hover on us, you'll see that some will still say 5K, which is we are more than happy for, but other ones are going to say 6. So while that's really cool and all, that's not the official number. That's why I said we officially hit 5K last month, because YouTube's got a weird quirk of rounding up. So if you have, let's say, 499 subscribers, it's going to say you have 499 subscribers. If you get 501 subscribers, you're going to jump to 1K. Don't know why they rounded it off so roughly, considering, you know, but either way, you know, so enjoy. Thank you. It's been a very nice month. Actually, the last couple months have been very like YouTube successful, and we still want to get some way to celebrate for y'all. There's been a couple ideas rattling around the brain, but I don't know. I'm still honing in on what we like to, how we'd like to just like share our thanks and stuff. Right now, the going idea in my noggin is some sort of thingy. I don't know how we're doing this, just off the top of the head here, but do some sort of picture for you, like a quick sketch, you know. And I've seen other people do stuff like this on Twitch, usually the smaller people. They draw pictures or something of someone, like whoever subscribes to them officially or follows them and that, to get their, you know, the follower numbers up. But in this case, we already got some followers, and I'm trying to thank y'all for it. So we've been doing a couple of quick sketches you might have noticed in our recent videos for Warframe guides and that. I just found some free time, which is nice, and I was able to put a quick Kermit animation, which was only on screen for literally 2 seconds. Probably wasted an hour on that, well, between 30 minutes and an hour. But I had fun with it, and I think, I don't know, if you guys even saw it, either way, it made me laugh when I was looking at it. Every time I do it, I was done. I was like, oh, well, his arm should move a little more realistically, and then I'd fix his arm, and then the glass didn't look right, or I was like, oh, I could just make his mouth open. So in the end, he's got like 12 parts. So I ended up undoing that and just making the whole eyeball move, which means I had to draw the head again underneath it, so I had to hide that, and like I said. But in other news, I was actually quite happy with how quickly I did that. So, I mean, I know it's only on screen for 2 seconds, but if I really wanted to, I could have done more. But for like a 40 minutes doing that, and I haven't touched animation in like well over a year, I was impressed that I still remembered the keybinds and stuff. There was a time I was like, what do I hit? And instinctively, it was always Control R. Yeah, sure enough it was. Well, there we go. Tangent aside, many thanks for doing what y'all do. We appreciate that you like our content. Yeah, we are always extremely grateful that you guys enjoyed enough to share it with people and leave comments, and even the comments that disagree with our opinion on something, that's fine. Of course, you know, we appreciate the ones that don't a little bit more, but either way, you know, just feeling like you wanted to, you know, to say something to us, that's cool and all. We get a lot of comments from people that are amazed that we reply, which I think is kind of sad that people on YouTube don't do that anymore, or at least the big guys don't. And I understand, you know, if you get a million comments, you can't respond to every one, but you can try. So we're aiming with the you can try for a bit longer. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to hand out the like picture, hand sketch, or whatever, or what. And like I said, I didn't think that far. That friggin' manic video ate so much time, and it cut into Zee Game, since I could, well, what's the word? I can spin it to that topic now. Transition. There we go, transition. Oh, man. That was hell. That was not cool. Whatever fun I was supposed to have with Warframe that week was gone. That was painful. I don't know if y'all saw that video yet, but yeah, that ate a lot of hours, and that unfortunately ate up Zee free time, which means that cut into Zee Game's free time. But good news there is I was a little on the fence with that one a bit because of tight schedules. I wasn't able to really put effort into it, and it was kind of just stagnant, and that really made me mad. And I want to work on it, but I can't due to the scheduling issues and conflicts and stuff, so I sort of just chilled on it. Originally I was thinking of doing something small, and which is funny because like 101 on game making is if it's your first one, do something small. And this one was supposed to be, but I didn't like how small it was, and I still don't want to give any details away because it's still far, far out, and I would like it to be more solidified. It's one of those things where try to draw something. So somebody give you a pencil, draw something. And if you have no idea what to draw, it's going to take you a while. Because you're like, well, I could do doodles, or I could do an accurate, realistic depiction or something. Unless you're an actual artist, it's going to take you a bit. Okay, and now draw a creeper. Oh, now you got a mental image of that thing right away. It could look really bad when you draw it, but you know what you're drawing, right? You got an idea? That's the problem. Now to try to talk about something without talking about something. The idea that I has is fairly out there, and it doesn't... I haven't seen it done yet. I don't want to overhype it. This is not hype. I'm just being, factual, objective. I'm not aware of anyone who has tried this. And I don't want there to be any knowledge or idea of anyone doing this, because as soon as it's out there, you got the clones. Look at what happened to Minecraft. Not that it hurt Minecraft any, but that guy sold a bunch, so that's why it didn't. But, the clones start. And I tweaked the idea in such a way where that's still, you're always going to have the threat. But the original idea was pretty simple. Because again, I'm not this wizard behind the keyboard here. I'm making games. This would be my first one. So I found a mechanic that I liked, and I wasn't pleased with the end result. Chatted with the missus for a while, and she said it's fine. What are you worried about? It's way better than the other semi-similar games you could compare this to. Just do it. And I wasn't pleased. I was like, no, it needs more. I got, you could say your internal game dev is like, oh yeah, if I do this, it's super easy. I could kick this out, no problem. And then the gamer, the larger, more important part of the brain, the gamer part is like, that's kind of weak. I mean, I see what you're going for, but you could do better. You can tweak this. You can put us up to the next level. So it racked my brain for a good couple weeks, and this is before I even announced I was working on it. And then I came up with an idea that I thought would still keep it simple in one regard, but in the other, it would make it so you'd have to be frickin' nuts to want to do this. And people will say, why did you do this? And you did this solo? It made me giggle to know that it's that nuts to do. And I'm sure if I was trained in this, I could, kick this out no problem. But this is coming from, we take it each step at a time sort of perspective here. And I'm probably rattling on about this way till I'm going to have to hack this thing to bits. But in short, it's simple, but it's done to such a degree where it becomes wicked complex. And you're not going to notice it, at least if you don't think about it when you play it. It's just going to seem like, oh, that's kind of cool. But if you actually take a second and think about what is implied based in the mechanics, it's pretty deep, and that's why it's going to take a while to do. Last month I said I have about 150 things to do. That's just a small part of it. I actually got work done on it, and I'm happy to say that. Unfortunately, the Manic video ate a bunch of my time, but before this video goes live, I am going to guarantee that my initial goal, what was it? I think I wanted to get 10 done. I actually want to get 15 of that list, that 150. I want to get 10% of it done before this video goes live. I'm not even going to say I'm not going to be happy if I don't get it done. It is getting done. I am not going to post this unless I got 15 complete on that list. That's just a small list. I know already. There's way more after that, but that's a big chunk. And I'll be pleased once that list is complete. But that's kind of as much detail I can give. I'd like to give you artwork, but how I'm breaking it down, art's going to be last. I can say it is going to be fairly simplistic in terms of not Minecraft, more detailed than Minecraft. Trove if you've played that one. It's kind of like Cube World. I'm not a big fan, ironically, of how Cube World looks because everything is blocks. And while that's exactly what I'm going for, how they do it is not the style I'm aiming for. But think minimalistic, blocky, but not like how Trove's characters look like. I would say it's more like how they make their trees, in terms of they use blocks, but they use the same size block and repeat it, but they make different shapes using those blocks. I would rather the shapes alter a bit more than just blocks everywhere. So their characters are a little, they're just one block repeated in different patterns, while their trees are the same one blocks, but they make it look like they're different, if you just glance at it. So that's more what the style I would be going for. Different still, but closer to the trees. But as I was saying about the art stuff, I'm aiming for that to be last, because artwork to me doesn't affect the game. Oh dear. Okay. Phone call averted. The phone call kind of threw me off there, but artwork, I believe I was saying, is going to be kind of the last thing I touch down on. Artwork isn't a real big deal in terms of priorities, because I want to make sure everything to code is correct and functions. If your character is 100% realistically rendered versus a single square that floats around and hops, it doesn't super change the way the game plays. It'll change how it looks, but not how the game plays. So I'm worried more about everything under the hood working more. And unfortunately, because of that, I can't show y'all anything. At least until it's closer, to completion, when I'm actually working on characters and stuff. Right now, I still got the default dude running around. So that's my kind of philosophy on it. Gotta make sure everything else is done. And I want to do it because I'm just one guy. It makes more sense to focus on one part at a time. So right now, I did the mechanics, had to make sure I knew how to work the thing relatively well. That's okay. Got the mechanics basically in place. I tested the first 10 things to make sure I knew at least sort of what I was doing, and that works out okay, and I think it's replicatable. Replicate. I'm able to replicate it. There we go. So far, so good. I actually have an issue because that list, I'll leave details out of it, but I got a slight concern that when I try to flip the final switch to make sure everything's playing nice, that it actually runs. But I think I rattled off about that enough for a while now. Main thing is, we got a lot of subscribers, and thank you so much. You are all awesome, and because of your collective awesomeness, you made our month even more so. So hopefully you enjoyed the ramble. Maybe you were eating you some cereal, or had it on in the background like a podcast or something. I should probably do something in the foreground. Either I'm going to put some manic, worthless manic grinding footage, unless I delete that all off. Nah, that's kind of boring. It was certainly boring recording it. I'd probably do, I was thinking about, doodling a picture or something. Since I was talking about that in the first place, I'll doodle something, and I'll speed it up or slow it down or whatever to make it fit. But as this was sort of a mini 5K celebration, at least till we figure out what we're actually going to do for it, just wanted to give all y'all a round of thanks for helping us grow and reach this milestone in the first place. Each and every one of you is amazing, and we can't thank you enough. So as always, thank you for watching, and catch you next time, Legion. Take care.